Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 22 with me, Dan, and the BMW Sloth Tech team. We're starting actually in one of the later practice sessions today because my PC decided to just completely destroy itself partway through the first practice and second practice, I believe. So here we are. We also don't get to see any of the things that we did in the hub area, but to be honest, we didn't buy the upgrades because we're still waiting on some reliability ones to complete, and we didn't buy any more facilities either because we're still waiting on some funds. So we'll go over to qualifying. You can see that the first lap for Q1 wasn't particularly impressive, so we came around again and across the line we go, and down on the steering wheel you can see where we finished there, but we got through. That was what was important. On to Q2, coming to the end of the session now, and it's across the line. Make it through into Q3 with that P8 lap time. And then finally, our lap for Q3. This will determine where we will start the Grand Prix, and it's going to be P7. Not the best, but it's not too bad either. So then it's down to the actual Grand Prix, and this one wasn't actually had too long ago, I believe. Weirdly enough, this is actually the location of my most watched clip, or shorts, I guess, depending on which channel you view it on, having literally just blown up yesterday for some unknown reason. But it's because I copied Max Verstappen, or I should say he copied me at an overtake down the pit straight. Anyway, for more things like that, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know when all of these full-length videos and, of course, all of the shorts are uploaded as well. Go check out the Clips channel too if you want. So on to the starting grid, we got Lando Norris starting alongside former teammate Fernando Alonso going down into turn 1. Behind them, we have Max Verstappen. He's alongside Charles Leclerc, Robert Schwartzman, and then Sergio Perez. Behind them, we have myself and my former teammate Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly, and Lance Stroll. Esteban Ocon and George Russell, Liam Lawson and Kevin Magnussen. Yuki Tsunoda and Oscar Piastri, followed by Alex Albon and Théo Pourchaire. Penultimate row, Dan Ticktum and Mick Schumacher. And then finally, it's Zhou Guanyu and Nicholas Latifi. And we'll go down to the grid in just a second. I don't think we're going to be performing some replica overtakes this time, or at least setting any trends for the next year that we come here. Well, the actual season comes here. Quick graphic popped up there, absolutely useless, comparing Lando Norris to George Russell. There's some important stuff there. Lando Norris quite significantly ahead of us in the Drivers' Championship. We've got a hell of a lot of work to do to try and reel him in by the end of the season. It's going to be a close one. Just have to see how things go. Now it's time for the race. Well then, we've not really won this race at all in the past, but neither have we particularly done badly, apart from Season 1 on the old channel. That was awful. Anyway, down into Turn 1 we go. We're weaving around all over the place there. Looks as though we just about hang on to P7. Both Ford AlphaTauris and a Ferrari trying to find their way past us. That was our former teammate, Carlos Sainz, coming through. Here we've got Charles Leclerc going side by side with Robert Schwartzman, who's trying to move up the field. Coming into the yacht section now. Perez also ready and waiting in the wings for an opportunity. But an opportunity will come sniffing here for us as we get on the power early into the slipstream with Perez. We move to the left of Perez, to the left of Leclerc, down to the right-hand side of Robert Schwartzman at the end of the straight. Can we do it? Hard on the brakes we go. There's Fernando Alonso going up against Max Verstappen. We go wide into the turn. Schwartzman's still with us, but we've managed to take the place. 3 positions gained in the opening lap, and all of them on one straight. Not a bad start to the Miami Grand Prix. We rejoin a little bit later as things start to space out a little bit here. Lando Norris already running away from Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen specifically also running away from Fernando Alonso, but we are not allowing Alonso to run away here. DRS is open, and this time the overtake on a McLaren much easier, and also a bit of damage showing up there for the power unit, so we'll be running towards a replacement very soon. So we catch up to Verstappen and come into the pit lane, and we'll see if anyone else has decided to follow us. No, apparently not. At least not so far from any of the front runners in the top 10. Pit crew on the job. Haven't made any mistakes for quite some time now, so I think they're over that phase. But we're away. We rejoin at the end of the outlap. Norris has just come in, looking at the mini-map.
Radar suggests the weather's going to hit in around 5 minutes' time.
And there's the update from Not Jeff that we're going to get some weather updates in 5 minutes. More than likely going to be some rain, nice tropical storm. And as we turn onto the final couple of corners, the sky just turns grey in front of our eyes. Which is very threatening. Into turn 1 we go. Fernando Alonso just coming out of the pit lane now, so we've managed to stay ahead of him. Up ahead we've got Nicholas Latifi. There he is, in the new skin of the Williams, the BWT Williams, and I've got to say, does actually look quite good in pink. Much better than the cursed Jaffa Cake skin, that's for sure. Brief look at it there, but we're past. Up ahead we've got Max Verstappen, who has fallen foul of the usual problem that people encounter around any circuit, and that is the Aston Martins are in the way as we pop the sickest drift in Formula 1 history and go through the highway section. There's no rain yet, but the air and track temperatures will be cooling off, and we should see the first spots begin to fall shortly. It looks as though someone has literally detonated a nuke in the sky, and that's how bright it's become. As Joe Guan Yu goes slow through the final corner, must have disliked Verstappen's approach, and that's really cost the pair of them a lot of time there. We're going to get DRS of Verstappen, but he got it on Joe, and now it's just down to which one of us has the better car. Into the first corner, nearly crash into him, but we get through fine. Now we'll follow him through the S's into the Yacht Club. Up ahead, Mick Schumacher is staying out on his soft tyres. And we've got a safety car for something. We'll come round here. Actually, good thing too, because we're nearly a quarter of a lap under-fueled. This is Stroll coming through turn 1. And on the exit of the corner, just crashes into the side of Carlos Sainz. Unbelievable. Let's see that again. Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable. That is absolutely unbelievable. He didn't even try to adjust his course. Expected the Ferrari to just disappear into the shadow realm. And I couldn't see if they had joined the back of the safety car queue either. I think they have. But we're away, and the rain is beginning to fall with 5 laps to go, and everyone's out on slicks right now. This could get interesting. Verstappen and Norris already pulling quite a sizable lead as the track grip starts to fall away. The AI possess some kind of supernatural ability to be able to drive at full speed despite there being no grip. But we're continuing on. Perez will be sniffing around. He's on the softs. Interesting. And we rejoin a few laps later, and the track is absolutely disgusting. No grip whatsoever. Standing water all over the place. Here comes Sergio Perez down the inside. We're going to try and hang on here. Just about as the car begins to slide everywhere. You can see it going there as we pull a huge drift around the Yacht Club. Perez probably wondering what on earth we're doing, staying out on the medium. And there goes Verstappen, I believe, into the pit lane. We're going to stay out. Schwartzman comes in. Perez stays out as well. Where is Norris? Norris is still out as well, but has a 6-second lead as Perez still tries to find a way past us into turn 1. We've got 2 laps to go. Sliding both of us all over the place. And looking down the order, lots of red arrows as people come into the pit lane, presumably for Inters, for a 2-lap sprint to the end. Perez to the inside. We're sliding all over the place. We've run wide and stopping from overtaking us, potentially illegally, but the FIA have allowed it. Perez then hits us for no reason at all. And we're still side by side now onto the DRS straight. But of course, we've got no DRS because it's been disabled. We cut him up, probably quite dangerously, and continue on, attempting to spray as much water into his visor as possible to gain an advantage. He's going to look to the inside again here as we come to the end of the straight. He nearly crashes into us and manages to get the move as we run deep on what is undoubtedly minus 1,000,000% grip track conditions. We've got Pierre Gasly, who's made his way into the top 5 right behind us. There goes a bollard who's fainted at the sight of the rain, and we lock up into the final part of the motorway section. Pierre Gasly is going to look racy behind us. Look at the gap that Perez has already pulled. The track is absolutely soaked, yet his soft tyres, the slick soft tyres, are able to just pull away with 1,000,000 grip that is unseen on any other Formula 1 car. And as we come around the final corner, Perez comes in. Gasly goes up the inside. He's passed us. We've got Alonso coming in behind. Everyone apart from Max Verstappen, because he's come through on the Inters, has caught up after pitting just a lap earlier, realising the mistake that I've made here. We have to continue on at a snail's pace. Robert Schwartzman, 4 seconds behind, closing incredibly rapidly. We can't use the excuse that the AI are just using cheats to get grip on the wet, because now they are actually using wet tyres. There is Schwartzman sliding around over the curb. He's followed by Charles Leclerc, Liam Lawson as well, Kevin Magnussen into the top 10. Schwartzman goes up the inside and he's already passed us. There's no contest there. We're going so slow that even a Ferrari has been able to overtake us down the DRS straight. Liam Lawson just 1.2 seconds behind. I don't think it's going to matter how far behind he is right now, because as soon as we try and get any kind of acceleration or braking going, we're just going nowhere. Into the horseshoe, over the curb, because there's a zero grip at all. Even the spectators are thinking, why did we not bring coats? And we come into the motorway section for the final time, riding the curb all over the place, and we make the final turn. And there's just no grip whatsoever. There's Gasly getting overtaken by 2 more cars. Liam Lawson gets past us. Kevin Magnussen gets past us. Yuki Tsunoda, also on the intermediates, is gaining on us. Alex Albon has got his Williams into the top 10. May score multiple points here. The likes of Sainz, Perez, they pitted too late. They've not got anything. And as we come around the final couple of corners, we've got no grip whatsoever. Yuki Tsunoda sneaks one down the inside, and we cross the line a hair's width ahead of the Williams of Alex Albon, who picks up points. There's Perez and Sainz crossing the line. Presumably Lando Norris hit the right combination of keys to be able to pull a disgusting lead over pretty much everybody without coming into the pit lane for Inters by the end of that. And there's a sight we haven't seen for a long time. Robert Schwartzman on the podium. And, well, Norris is joined by Verstappen, which is going to keep the championship alive for a little while longer, assuming we can catch up. Norris, once again, winning a race, maintaining a 5-win streak for BMW since the start of this season. The championship for the constructors is well in hand, but the drivers is still up for grabs. And after that absolute disaster of the Miami Grand Prix, Lando Norris picks up the win with the fastest lap, scoring 26 points in total. He's followed by Max Verstappen, Robert Schwartzman, Charles Leclerc, Pierre Gasly, Liam Lawson, Kevin Magnussen, Yuki Tsunoda. There we are in 9th, and then lastly, Alex Albon. So over to the Drivers' Championship now. Lando Norris's lead has extended to 51 points. over me in second. We're both followed by Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc and Robert Schwartzman, all tied for third. 3 points behind them, Max Verstappen. Then joint seventh, we've got George Russell and Carlos Sainz. 2 points behind them, Fernando Alonso, and then Liam Lawson. Further down the order, we have Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, Kevin Magnussen, Yuki Tsunoda, Lance Stroll, Alex Albon, Nicolas Latifi, Théo Pourchaire, Joe Guan Yu, Mick Schumacher, Oscar Piastri, and Dan Ticktum. Over to the Constructors' Championship, BMW maintain position at the top of the table, nearly 100 points clear of rivals Red Bull. Behind them we have Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, then AlphaTauri move up to 6th ahead of Alpine, Haas move ahead of Williams into 8th, and then lastly we've got Aston Martin and Audi. That's all for this race. We'll catch you next time in Azerbaijan.